guys and dolls, Freedom Dad here, and it's the morning after quite a lot, if I'm quite honest. So I haven't gone on to the comments, but I have had moderators going on to the comments and having a good look. And this is a message to all my moderators. I want you to pay close attention to any of the lives that are coming up and any of the videos that are coming up. Obviously there's a bit of hate coming in there, and there's a lot of disgruntled people, and like I say, it's YouTube, what I mean? These are comments. These are people that aren't in front of me. They aren't in front of anybody. They're just leaving comments. And that's what you've always got to remember. What I'm doing at the minute and the people I'm talking to and the risks I'm taking, doesn't want anybody to tell me what to do online, At the end of the day, I'm not going to listen to anybody. I'm not going to change my tune. I'm not going to, I'm not going to stop. What I know I'm doing is right. I'm doing it for my daughter. I'm doing it for my country. And I'm doing it for my neighbours, Ireland and the mainland. I don't want to see any children or women being hurt in any of our countries. And, the thing with Nile is just a thing with Nile, At the end of the day, when I know something is a certain way and somebody tries to say it's a different way and they've got an online presence and they're putting that misinformation out, then I have to address it, because it's not fair on anybody. It's not fair on the people who listen to this man, and it's not fair on the people who support Tommy Robinson. So that's all I'm going to say on that. But as far as tarring, feathering everybody with the same brush, we don't do that in this platform. We've never done this in this platform. 500 videos. I know some people have just come on. A lot of people have been here from the start. So it's known as, it's difficult because some people truly know me. 500 videos. I don't know how many hours it is, but it's a lot of me pouring my heart out and talking about me and who I am and what I'm about. And I expect support from you guys. I expect support. I don't expect you to engage in a negative way with anybody else on the platform. And, it's a community, and sometimes I think in communities we forget what the goals are. The goals are there to help people. Everybody's got different things going on in their lives that we don't know, because like I say, it's just YouTube. It's just people behind names that aren't even their own names. You know what I mean? So it's, you got to always remember that. And you've got to always remember that it's my channel, and you can do me so much damage by saying the wrong things and creating debates that go outside the box of what we're trying to gain. Stating some things that are obvious. We've had 40-50 years of conflict in this country. You can't tell us anything that we don't already know. At the end of the day, we respect each other. We really do respect each other. But on Freedom Dad's channel, we have got all walks of life. This channel is open to Catholics, Protestants, Muslims, Sikhs, Jews, Hindus, any religion. Anybody can come on here, and agree with what I'm saying. Agree with what I'm saying that I'm saying. There is moderate Muslims out there that totally agree with what I'm saying. Without saying any names, because, there's a lot of hate coming towards these Muslims. So, at the end of the day, I don't want to see any bickering about what we're going through in this, our political and our religious and ex-sectarian past. These are things that you can hold closely and dearly to your heart. I'm never, ever going to tell any man otherwise. But the point is, I need to answer this. So, believe it or not, the phone call was to do with exactly what I'm talking about. So, at the end of the day, guys, it's just about having a wee bit of respect. I don't monetize the channel, right? I don't put you through adverts, I try my best to bring the truth to you, the stuff that other people won't bring, other platforms won't touch, and the media will not go anywhere near. You've got to give me a wee bit of credit where credit's due. You've got to respect my platform. You've got to respect the power that you have with your words and my comments. You know, it's like, it's not a game and it's not a laugh. It's not about triggering people. It's not about people coming on and like pushing it, because I can see what's going on. You know, you're leaving yourselves wide open, you know, and then you're getting right into it, and you know, we're being laughed at. Okay, we're being laughed at because you're being triggered, you know, and we're not that kind of community. You know, we've never had these kind of things coming along. I understand that the talk, the rhetoric, the direction, you know, it is concerning, but you've got to understand, you're not getting a chance to speak to me face to face. If you've got a problem and you're from Northern Ireland, come and see me. I'll meet you anywhere and talk to you if you've got concerns of anything I'm saying, okay? You don't understand, this is YouTube. There's only so much we can say on YouTube or any social media, you know? It's a very dangerous world for citizen journalists, okay? You've just seen what Tommy Robson's went through. I don't want to be the Northern Ireland Tommy Robson, okay? And I have to keep it be very careful and make sure I have my facts right, you know? And, you know, I'll always let people know I'm not hateful. I'm just a parent who's very, very concerned of what's going on. I'm a Christian who's very, very concerned of what's going on. And, you know the rest. You know what I've been through, and I'm not going to keep dragging it up, okay? At the end of the day, I'm trying my best to do the right thing for us all. And I know everybody can't see that. I can't do nothing about that. And that's why there's not many people doing this, because you can't show people what you're really trying to do. People don't get it. They don't see what's coming. They think I'm in the here and now. I'm not. I'm 30, 40 years away. I'm 15, 20 years in the future, guys. You know, it could be that short of a time where things are irreversible. And, you know, at the end of the day, I can do arithmetic. I can add up, I can multiply, you know, and I can bring the receipts. Like I say, you know, everything I say is true and factual. If I was ever dragged through the courts, I will be able to show why I am, you know, to any judge, and I can bring out a lot of stuff that they would not want brought out. And, you know, at the end of the day, you know, this is the problem that they have, because the things that we're talking about are so horrific. They would love to put us in jail for saying it, but the problem is, it's the truth. And they can no longer jail you for telling the truth, because we are citizen journalists. We are going to report on what's going on in our countries, and we are going to do everything we can to make mothers and fathers aware of the dangers that could possibly be coming into their areas. That's it. Just going by what we've seen in the last 15 years and how everything's going the exact same way in Northern Ireland, exactly the same way as we've seen in Ireland, how it's going in Ireland, the result of what's happening in Ireland, and the victims that are coming out of Ireland. And I'm trying to prevent that in Northern Ireland. And, you know, this is the thing. While we're divided, while we're at each other's throats, they're going to get away with it. And then you're going to be as guilty as the government. And that's what I keep on saying to you. You're either for my child or you're against my child. So moderators, play close attention. I don't want anybody coming in that's not been around and they're throwing shitloads of comments down. Get rid of them, because they're not on our platform. They're just coming on because of whatever's being said. You know, whether it's because of what I said about Niall, I don't know. But, you know, at the end of the day, this is freedom of speech. You know, if you've got a problem, come on to my platform live and debate me live, you know. Don't throw comments down and cause problems, because our moderators are going to stay on top of it. It's as simple as that. And I'm not happy with this. I'm really not happy having to say this, because I do not want to block anybody. Never, ever, ever want to block anybody. But, you know, this is Northern Ireland now. I'm in Northern Ireland. It's a very dangerous situation. It's a very complex situation, and some of you haven't got a clue. Some of you have not got a clue of what it's been like for us. and you just don't know how dangerous it is by some of the things that you're saying for me and my platform. So sorry, it's 1 a.m. ones. I'm tired. Didn't get into really late last night. There was a lot of problems. It was 3 different cameras. Never done this before. You got to understand that we've never done anything like this before. I've never done anything like this before, and I wanted to help Lindsay because it's her podcast, And I said it would help with the edit and stuff, but it's way above my pay grade. So 3 different memory cards coming from 3 different cameras that then need to be joined up with sound. I will do it. We will get there, but it's going to take the weekend to get it sorted, and it'll be out Monday. And yeah, I'm going to say no more about it. I'm going to wait for it to come out, and I'll tell you where to go to watch it, guys. So yeah, all my love you. I love you all. I know you all get emotional. I don't know if some of you are drinking, but don't be drinking and commenting. I don't drink and then do videos, so don't be drinking and leaving comments. Obviously, we're watching. I've got not just my moderators, but I've got my friends going through the comments because I can't be doing with that. I can't be doing with that right now. I don't need anything in my head that's whatever's going on and being said. I don't know, 300 comments on one wee video, come on, guys, that's nuts, and it's to and fro and people calling other people out, there's no need for that. There's no need to call anybody out online when you're behind a keyboard, and I'm not saying you're not big enough and hard enough to do it to somebody's face. All I'm saying, there's no need to do it on Freedom Dad's channel. That's it, guys. As always, God bless.